اور مکہ میں جب پیارے آقا صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم اور صحابہ کرام رضوان اللہ تعالیٰ علیہ مجمعین کی زندگی تنگ کر دی گئی، تب اللہ تعالیٰ نے انہیں یثرب کی جانب ہجرت کا حکم دیا، اور خاک یثرب نے جب پیارے آقا صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کا لمس پایا تب اس کی قسمت ہی بدل گئی، اور یوں یہ مدینۃ النبی یا مدینہ منورہ کے نام سے مشہور ہوا۔ تبھی مدینہ پر لازم ہوتا ہے کہ وہ پیارے آقا صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی قدر کرے، اور مدینہ نے پیارے آقا صلی اللہ علیہ وسلم کی قدردانی میں کوئی کسر نہ چھوڑا اور ان کی محبت و اطاعت کا حق ادا کر دیا۔ اور تبھی انصار مدینہ نے مہاجرین مکہ کے ساتھ ایسا برادرانہ برتاؤ کیا کہ وہ مکہ میں صرف اس کا تصور ہی کر سکتے تھے، لیکن افسوس اپنی سرزمین، اپنا گھر بار، اپنے بچپن کی گلی محلے کسے یاد نہیں رہتی؟ یقیناً پرانی یادیں انسان کو تڑپاتی ہی رہتی ہیں۔ ہجرت کو 6 برس بیت چکے تھے اور صحابہ کرام رضوان اللہ علیہ مجمعین مکہ میں اپنے پیاروں سے ملنا چاہتے تھے۔ نبی علیہ السلام کی بھی یہی خواہش تھی کہ وہ مکہ کی زیارت فرمائے، اور اسی اثنا میں نبی علیہ السلام نے خواب دیکھا کہ وہ صحابہ کے ہمراہ خانہ کعبہ کا طواف فرما رہے ہیں۔ تبھی نبی علیہ السلام نے کمر کس لی اور مکہ کی طرف چلنے کا فیصلہ فرمایا، پر یہ کیا، قریش نے تو ٹھان رکھی تھی کہ وہ کسی صورت مسلمانوں کو مکہ میں داخل نہیں ہونے دیں گے۔
بسم اللہ الرحمن الرحیم۔ السلام علیکم friends, today we are going to know about a historical peace treaty in Islamic world, and that is the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. So let's move on. First of all, we have to know about the topic. So in simple words, Treaty of Hudaybiyah was a peace agreement signed between Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the Quraysh in 628 AD at a place named Hudaybiyah, 9 miles away from Makkah. Now let's see that what the scene behind this historical treaty. Friends, we see that the Muslim had left Mecca for the sake of their religion, and since then they did not get any chance to perform the pilgrimage and even visit to their homeland. After the Battle of Badr, the Muslims became very eager to visit their huts and homes. The Prophet ﷺ had also a great desire to visit the Kaaba. So he announced his decision to visit Mecca in the 6th year of the Hijri, 628 AD. He started for Mecca with 1400 companions to perform the pilgrimage. It was the month of Zulqa'dah when war was unlawful throughout Arabia. However, the Quraysh did not want to Prophet ﷺ enter into Mecca and perform the pilgrimage. In the meantime, when the news of his advancement reached to them, they came hurriedly to oppose his advancement. To avoid this direct conflict with Quraysh, the Prophet ﷺ decided to follow a different route and settled at a place named Hudaybiyah, where now by then a historical treaty would be signed. Well, dear friends, when the Quraysh expressed their intention that they will never let them to enter Mecca in any circumstance at any cost, then Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu was dispatched as the envoy of the Holy Prophet ﷺ to make talks and inform the Qurayshite leader that we have no other intention except to perform the Hajj, but his proposals were rejected by the Quraysh. Friends, that's a crucial time when the Muslim camp was thrown into confusion. Let's know how. So in the meantime, a rumor spread that Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu was killed by the Quraysh. At this caused a great tense situation happen in the Muslim camp. The Prophet ﷺ sat under a tree and asked his followers to offer the oath of allegiance to him. They all submitted to it. This oath is called Bayt Rizwan, under which the Sahaba promised that they will never go back until to take the revenge of the Usman radiallahu anhu murder. However, Hazrat Usman radiallahu anhu came back safely after a few days. Well, friends, you see that there was no other way to settle down the issue but only through diplomacy, and ultimately a peace treaty was signed, known to be Treaty of Hudaybiyah. So let's have a look at some of the major points of the Treaty of Hudaybiyah. Friends, it was decided in the treaty that war would be suspended for 10 years. Whenever who wished to join Muhammad ﷺ should have the liberty to do. Likewise, those who wish to join the Quraysh would be free too. If anybody went to Prophet ﷺ without the permission of his guardian or master, so he would be sent back to Mecca. But if anybody came to Mecca, he will not be sent back to Medina. Muhammad ﷺ should be abandoned that year without entering the city. In the coming year, Prophet ﷺ might visit Mecca with his followers, but only for 3 days, during which the Quraysh should retire and quit the city, but they might not enter it with any weapon save those of the travelers. Now it's time to conclude our lecture, and here we will have to see that what the Muslim had to achieve here. Friends, the Treaty of Hudaybiyah is a great victory for Islam. At first, the Muslims were disappointed, especially Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu, for unfavorable terms and conditions of the treaty. But later on, the results of this treaty went in the Muslims' favor. Furthermore, it has been regarded as a clear victory by the Holy Quran in Surah Fatah, by which later proved true, and the conquest of Makkah took place in the following years. A bunch of thanks and Jazakallah for staying with us. Be happy, Shapi. Goodbye and Allah Hafiz.